What's up guys, it's Jade Valentine again with another video, and of course it's another wig video because I am wig addicted and wig obsessed. So I just thought it would be a good idea to maybe show how to properly take care of your wigs after you wear them, because sometimes they can get a little wear and tear and a little bit tangled. So this wig doesn't need to be washed, though I have already done a wig washing video, which I'll link down below, which I actually did today. Maybe I'll do today, same day as this. So, but I thought it was a good opportunity. This wig is a little bit of a mess. I wore this wig a couple of months ago, and it's just been sitting on a head, not thrown in like the back seat of my car, not thrown in a box or anything, but she has been sitting on this stand to prevent further distress to the wig, I guess, or just further tangling to the wig. I wore her like all day on like a weekend, or it was one of my days off, and I did this whole makeup thing, and I had done it as a don't mind my dryer, it's just letting me know it's done. But I did a whole video and I just decided not to post it, so it's whatever. But I got a cool little photo shoot of it. You can see these pictures on my Instagram, linked down below. But I just kind of want to show how to properly take care of it afterwards and how I properly store said wigs, because it is important to take care of your wigs. Like, don't, especially when you buy expensive. This is when I got off of Poshmark months prior to me actually wearing it for a little mini fall photo shoot. Oh yeah, I wore it in October. It's January 22nd. It's been a cool minute. But anyway, so yeah, I just really wanted to show how to properly take care of a store wig. So one thing to note is it's best to get a foam head or something that you can put your wigs on. I have several foam heads. I like them for storing, especially wigs that are properly stored. And so here it is. This is the lace front wig. I just put a few pins in the lace. Now when I'm styling wig, I tend to put a ton of pins, but I only put a few because this is just a quick brush out. So let's show you how I brush it out real quick. Okay, so here's the ends, little ratchet, right? There's also a dog behind here. Hazel. Dog! She's kind of ugly, but we love her anyway. Isn't it right, baby? Oh, you like headbands? Yes. Oh, and there's an angel right here. There's a little puppy right here too. Okay. But anyway, things you're gonna need. You're gonna need, grab them from over here, combs, clips, especially these big clips. I have tons of them. I keep buying more because I'll lose them, and then I buy more, and then I find the old ones, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But I use them for my hair. I use them for wigs. I have one of these combs. I just got it with another wig from Amazon, and I just kept using it. I accidentally broke the handle, but it still works really well. These little teeth part actually rotate, so that way it doesn't get as caught, and it's not pulling on the wig as much, or wig fibers. This is just a normal wide tooth comb, and I also have a hairbrush here. This is my personal hairbrush. Don't mind how linty and dirty it is, because for some reason it collects a lot of lint. But this is a wet brush. Wet brushes, oh goodness, wet brushes are good, or tangle tees, because they're really good at helping get rid of the knots, but not actually pull on the hair and break hair. And this is also goes for wigs as well, because you don't want to pull and pull and pull, because it's going to break it, it's going to cause frizziness, it's going to make it really weird and make it hard to restyle and all that kind of jazz. So wet brushes are great for that. And yeah, I guess I'll show you. So a biggest thing, to take a little section if you can separate it. Sometimes it's too knotty to separate at first. Sometimes I just like to take a big section at first and take like the brush. The brush is primarily what I use the most, especially since it's easier. I do have a wig one that's this brand and this brush, but it's for my wigs. But I can't find it, so I might have to just buy a new one. But for now, I'm using my personal hairbrush. It really doesn't matter. But you can see just with the wet brush, it's so easy to detangle. There's a few knots in there. And just, if you have a really knotty wig, I would suggest to play some Netflix or something while you're doing it, because it can go by a lot faster if you have something while you're doing. So yeah. So as you're able to brush it out and whatnot, Now remember to always start at the bottom because this is where you're going to get the loose knots out, and you can slowly go up to the top, but you're going to get to a point where it's kind of like pretty messy up here. So we're just going to take a section like this, and we're going to make sure we only have the hair that's part of the section to brush it out, so we're not pulling on the hairs. So look, now it's nice smooth. Sometimes you can do it with just a brush, sometimes you have to go with a comb, and since this is now taken care of, I'm going to clip it onto the side so that way it can't get messed with. And now moving on to the next section. If I can separate without pulling too much, there's a little knot there. Don't just rip out a wig, treat it like it's already on someone's head, because you wouldn't want to pull so much hair out and you don't want to cause a lot of breakage. I rarely ever get a lot of wig hairs. Like, I now have one wig hair now in this red wig hair. So, because I try not to pull on it. Sometimes you do get that, especially with certain whips and certain cheap wigs. That's how you can really tell if a wig is really cheap. If you brush it, if a bunch of fallout comes out, that can happen. So yeah, just brush. And yeah, I think I'm now gonna just do a little time lapse of me going throughout this whole thing, and then I'll show you how I properly store it. Okay, here's the wig fully brushed out, and now I need to show you guys how I properly store the wig. She's a little crusty right here. That can easily be fixed when I brush her out. She looks pretty good, but by taking a small spray ball mixed with water and fabric softener, you can help fix that, as well as using like dryer sheets, and that can help get rid of like the frizz. I kind of like it when it's a little bit frizzy because it makes it look like actual hair, like processed hair, and almost makes it look like your hair is actually dyed. I get questions a lot when I wear this wig. Is that your real hair? I mean, no, but I guess I did a decent job on keeping it nice and styled. So yeah, so what you're gonna need basically is the same thing: your brush, and then also some hair ties. I have 2 here. So basically I'm going to put it in a low ponytail first, very loosely. These are ponytails I don't really use anymore because they're blonde, and I don't really have blonde hair anymore, so I just use black ones or colorful ones. And then you're going to basically divide it in 3 sections and braid it loosely. Braiding it helps it from getting super tangled because it's all together. And if you find like a knot, you can brush it out. The thing about wigs and long hair in general is that every time you move, you're going to cause it to tangle. It's just how it is. Short hair and short wigs, I've never had a problem with tangling, but long hair, oh boy, have I had problems. This is with all wigs. Once it gets past like shoulder length, it's very extremely difficult. So you don't have to braid it all the way. You just braid to there. And then I do 3. That might have been too much, but that's okay. Brush out the ends. And sometimes I'll take out the other hair tie because I don't want it to crease. It's also a good way to keep a curl in to a wig. If you have like more of a braided curl, it works really well. But yeah, that's basically how I do it. And then after that, I will take the wig off of the head and then turn the wig cap inside out and then store it into a bag and then toss it into my wig thing. Putting it in a bag helps it keep from getting tangled up and getting mixed up with the other wigs, as well as kind of keeps it in the same position. Turning it inside out just kind of helps keeping the scalp from getting super tangled. You don't have to do, that's just something personally I like to do. It's better if you do it with short wigs rather than long wigs, but I still do it. And then yeah, that's basically it. Super simple, super easy. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a pretty quick and easy one. If you did and you enjoy my content, you can go ahead and subscribe. If you really like me, you can hit the notification button. If you want to see other things, my other content, feel free, check out my channel. There'll probably be some type of, video thing in the upper corners, probably a best for the viewer and the latest video, and you can go ahead and check out those. There's also links to other videos I've done in the description, and yeah, I also take suggestions on different things to do for my channel. I'm kind of just doing whatever on here because I can. It's my channel. I do what I want. But I like taking suggestions because sometimes there are things that I want. By the way, do you like my Christmas tree? It's January. It's getting close to February and I have not taken it down. Will I? Probably won't until February. Because I don't have a tub yet. And I'm not throwing it back in the box. So. Smash that subscribe button, I guess. Peace out, Girl Scouts.